everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bekah from Bekah Books and Bujo, and today I am introducing you to my family. So first of all, I just want to give you a little introduction to who I am. Again, my name is Bekah, and I grew up in Fargo, North Dakota. And yes, I always get the joke about the movie Fargo, and no, I have never seen it. And maybe I sound like I'm from Fargo, but that's okay. You can make fun of my accent. I grew up in a family of 4 kids. I have a mom and dad. They both work in the church. My dad is a pastor and my mom is a children's coordinator in a Lutheran church. And I'm the youngest of 4 kids. My oldest brother is Joel, then my sister Sarah, my sister Naomi, and me. There is a 8-year age difference between me and my brother, and then between my brother and sister is 2 years, and then between my sisters it's all 3 years. So that's me, and then I decided to go to Luther College in Iowa, and that's how I met this guy, who is my husband, but I'll let him introduce himself a little bit.
I'm Willy. I grew up in central Minnesota, and I'm a music teacher, a band director, and so I also went to Luther College. Let's see, I have one brother. His name is Oliver, and he's 5 years younger than I am. He's also a music teacher, high school band director in central Minnesota. I grew up on a rural farm in Minnesota, and my parents had produce, still have produce and strawberries and jams and jellies and stuff like that. So it was great growing up on a farm, and then I knew I wanted to do music for a living, and so I went to Luther College. You can see my sweatshirt here, and then Bekah and I met.
So I was a first year at Luther, and Willy was a senior.
They had to call them first years at Luther.
Yeah, they don't call them freshmen. So my first year at Luther, I made it into the top band, which is kind of a big deal because Luther is known for its quality music program. And so I was first chair flute in the top band, and Willy was in his senior year, and he was the first chair oboe. And so we sat actually like this in
right
the band.
next to each other, yeah.
And he would always wink at me, which...
He kind of winked a lot.
He winked at everybody, but I didn't realize that. I just thought he was winking at me. So when it came to January of my first year, his senior year, he was starting a broom ball league.
Intramural broom ball.
Which, for those of you who don't have winter or don't know what broom ball is, you play on an ice rink, usually like a pond or a lake, and you can use brooms as like hockey sticks, but you aren't on skates, you're just in your boots.
Probably started with brooms, but now there's like actual shoes for it.
Yeah, it's kind of a real sport.
And yeah, there's not brooms anymore. They're like wooden stick, have a rubber end to it.
Anyway, he was having a broom ball team on this January term intramural broom ball league, and I thought it'd be really cool to be on his team, so I messaged him on Facebook over Christmas break and was like, hey, I want to be on your broom ball team. Do you still have room?
Do you have any room left?
And
I said, yes, I have room left. You're in luck.
Because there was nobody else on the team. And so he's like, if you have any friends that want to join us, invite them. So a couple of my friends were on Willy's broom ball team in January, and we started a friendship. And then in February, we went on tour.
I'm pretty good at broom ball, though, just before we leave.
Of course he is. He was very intense in broom ball.
We had a ice rink growing up in Minnesota. So we played broom ball a lot.
Yeah.
And skated.
So anyway, we went on tour, and our first tour we went to Indiana.
Yeah, Ball State University.
And we sat next to each other.
For a big conference.
We sat next to each other on the bus. He asked me if I wanted to be his bus buddy, which was kind of a big deal. At this point, I kind of thought he was just like a older brother kind of friend to me, but then tour is when it changed. Do you want to tell the story about someone for tour? Or what's it called?
I found out about that later from these music teacher mentors of mine who went to Luther, and they, I guess back in like the 60s, they had a thing, they called it SFT, someone for tour, like a fling that you might have on a music tour. And so I guess that's kind of what we were.
But it worked
someone
out
for
for
tour.
us. It worked out for us.
It continued after the tour.
Yeah. So then in March of, what year was this?
2014.
2014. March of 2014, we started dating officially, but then he graduated, and that was a little scary for us because we didn't know where he was going to wind up teaching. Luckily, a small town in Minnesota, like 30 miles away from Luther, asked him to be their band director, and so our relationship was able to continue while I was still at Luther and he was teaching full time. Our first official date, we went to Walmart.
What, didn't we?
I think so.
It was like a thing that people did for... Decor's not a huge town. There's not... I guess there's a bowling alley. People went to Walmart on the weekends. It was kind of...
We went to Walmart and we watched The Muppets, I'm pretty sure.
The Muppet movie with Jason Segel and Amy.
He's obsessed with The Muppets. I don't like them.
More back then, not so much anymore, but I still think that movie has great music.
Anyway, I should say, we got married. He proposed in December of 2015. We got married in December of 2016. We got a dog, our first dog, in June of 2017. Beret is a golden doodle right now. She is 3 years old, but will soon be 4.
She's sleeping over there.
She's sleeping over there. I'll have to insert a video of her or a picture of her or something. Put it right there.
Right there.
But she's our 3, almost 4-year-old golden doodle. And then a year later, we got Bonnie, which is our 5, almost 6-year-old Bernese Mountain Dog
90
poodle.
pound. Oh, she just heard her name. She's coming over.
She's a Bernedoodle, they call her. Anyway, yeah, she's
Bernie
almost
has a
100
tail.
pounds. And she's a great, loving doggy. Aren't you, Bonnie? And then a little over a year ago, we had our son, Theodore, John, and he... Yeah, that's a picture of his ultrasound.
Mm-hmm.
He's currently sleeping right now, so when he wakes up, I'll introduce you guys to him. But he's 13 months old. January 30th, 2020 is his birthday. And he's been a blast. This whole year of pandemic has actually been really good for us because we were able to spend so much time with him in his first year in all the milestones that he had, so that was really fun. For us as new parents.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are now. We're in a small town in southern Minnesota. He still teaches band at the school, and I am a youth director at our church. So that's us. So now I'm going to show you some videos of our dogs, introducing them to you. They're cuties, and they get really excited when we give them attention, obviously, because they're dogs. So let's jump to them. This is Beret. Sit. She just wants to be pet right now, but Beret, can you sit? This is our sweetie girl, Beret. She knows some tricks. Can you do high five? Good girl. And this is Bonnie. Everybody says that she has such deep, knowing eyes. Bonnie, can you look at me?
Wise eyes.
Wise eyes. They're also a little creepy. They kind of look like human eyes. But this is Bonnie. And now we'll introduce you to the cutest member of our family, to Theo. He's just waking up from a nap, so we'll go get him and be right back. And this is Theo.
Say hi.
Like we said, Theodore was born on January 30th of 2020, so he's about 13 and a half months old. He loves to listen to music. He dances and claps and sings along sometimes. And what else do you like to do, buddy? What else do you like to do? Say, I like to eat dog food.
Mm-hmm.
And feed my dogs my food.
Right in the eye. Yeah. Clap.
Yay!
Clap your hands. Clap your hands together.
I think he's still a little dazed from his nap. Yay! Well, that's our family. Say thanks for watching. Oh.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Pretty good. Bye.
All right, see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.